بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We have the index of the translation of the Holy Quran. رب زدني علما رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I found it very useful that there is an index where you can any concept that you want to know from the Quran, like what Quran says about this concept, that you can search alphabetically. It is mentioned in this index, which is quite good in length. As you can see, a lot of the common words that come to our mind for this is here in this index. Everyday matters, specific terms, names of the Prophet, events, locations, phenomena, all of them are covered in this index. So it's really good if something we want to learn for our education purpose. Okay, what Quran says about, for example, any location, any specific term, concept, day-to-day issue, then we just go to the alphabetically arranged index and we can search for that word, what we want to know. Okay, what Quran says about this thing, we just search there, and then there is mentioned, for example, S114. So in this surah, or 71 colon 23, it means one is the surah number and the next one is the ayat number. So in this way we can go specifically to that surah and that ayah particularly very easily, and we can get to know what Quran says about that specific thing, issue, location, person, prophet. So this index is really good, and it's a very authentic English translation, and by Yusuf Ali, rahimahullah. He was very good in English, and the best part of this is that it also carries the rhythmic language of Quran. He tried to translate it in English. So guys, anything that you particularly want to know, then you please tell me in the chat. Okay, you want to know what Quran says about that specific thing. I'll look up it in the index, and then we will see, go to that particular ayah and surah, and we will know what Quran says about this. For example, in my mind there is right now, for example, anything for the term like intelligence or wisdom. Let's go for wisdom. What Quran says about wisdom. So we'll go for W, and it's very easy, alphabetically arranged. As you can see, a very long list of things where you find most of the things that comes to your mind. You will find it there. For example, wealth and will, wind, wine, witness. So okay, maybe it's covered with a different name, intelligence for example, instead of wisdom, but For an example, you can tell me in chat if something specific comes to your mind for us to take our first example and look what it says. Okay, so this word winds like heralds of glad tidings. So 7 colon 57 to 58, Surah 7 and ayat number 57 to 58. Glad tidings, the good news. Let's see what it's this in Quran about it. So Surah 7, we are at Surah 6, 7, and then it's from 57 to 58. Here we are 57 to 58. So Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem, wa huwa alladhi yursilu riyah. The word wind is there. It is He who sent the winds like heralds of glad tidings going before His mercy. When they have carried the heavy laden clouds, we drive them to a land that is dead, make rain to descend thereon, and produce every kind of harvest therewith. Thus shall we raise up the dead, perchance ye may remember. So I particularly saw this thing. There is wind and good weather before the rain, that you start to feel okay. There is clouds and the weather is like it's going to be rain. So that happiness, if you really want the rain, and this is kind of a good news coming that the soon rain will be there. It's really glad tiding. It's really a good thing that Allah do before His merciful rain. So Allah mentions this in Quran. Going back to the index, we are doing any concept, guys. You want to know what Quran says about it, any issue or problem you are facing. This index is very uh, expanded, and there is Prophet's name and phenomena and location. We can go easily to what Quran says about a particular term. Very easy to find out. We'll just pick anyone again. For example, Luqman. Luqman, as we know, it's not very clear whether he was a prophet or not, but he did talk about wisdom. So, okay, it says 31 and 12. So, Surah 31 and Ayah 12. We go to see what Quran mentions about Luqman. 13, 12. So you can send me a request in chat if you have particular thing you want to know. So it will be good for us. We are trying to get guidance from Quran, which is the main purpose why it is sent. So to get guidance from it. 13, 12. So again, let me confirm. 31, 12. Yeah. It was about Luqman. We wanted to know what Quran said. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولقد آتينا لقمان الحكمة أن اشكر لله ومن يشكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن الله غني حميد. So the Quran says, we bestowed in the past wisdom on Luqman. Show thy gratitude to Allah. Any who is so grateful does so to the profit of his own soul. But if any is ungrateful, verily Allah is free of all wants, worthy of all praise. Subhanallah, this is beautiful ayah, amazing how the wisdom is linked to the gratitude. Subhanallah, this will, is a key. It's a key to bring all the good in our lives. Both are things are the most important ones for us, the wisdom and the gratitude. Okay, so if there is an explanation in this, the number mentioned above is 3593. So if we go to 3593, it says that the sage Luqman, after whom this surah is called, belongs to Arab tradition. Very little is known of his life. He is usually associated with a long life, and his title is Muammar, the long-lived. He is referred by some to the age of the Aad people, for whom see number 1040 to 7 colon 65. He is a type of perfect wisdom. It is said that he belonged to a humble station in life, being a slave or a carpenter, and that he refused worldly power and a kingdom. Many instructive Apollo. So, okay, the way it is, you know, Luqman's is mentioned in the Quran is associated with wisdom, and going again to this translation is amazing. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةَ أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِلَّهِ وَمَنْ يَشْكُرْ فَإِنَّمَا يَشْكُرُ لِنَفْسِهِ. We bestowed in the past wisdom on Luqman. Show thy gratitude to Allah. So we should every day begin our day with gratitude. It is a way, a confirmed, guaranteed way to secure all the blessings we have in life. We will concrete them if have gratitude in our heart for the blessings that we have, that no one can snatch it from us, subhanallah, and we'll get more. Okay guys, so in the chat, if someone has a specific term or something in his mind, he can ask, and we will look up that in the index and see what Quran says. As you can see, we are doing what Quran says about what Quran says about. So choose any concept that comes to your mind and you want to know what Quran says about it. So this one is really a good index. This index where you can alphabetically look for the term, the name, and then you can easily get to know which surah it is mentioned and which ayah it is mentioned. For example, this 14 colon 16 to 17. This means that this term drink is there in this surah 14 from in ayah 16. So we can easily go there and see what Quran says about that particular thing. So anything in the chat you can ask. So we will check what Quran says about that particular thing or location or concept. Any issue you are facing in life, we can see in this index what Quran says about that. So the trials are the hardships that we face in our life. What Quran says about them. For example, this one I have. I'm looking the word trials in Surah 2 and 214 to 218. So we go to the Surah 2 to see what Quran says about trials. We face hardships in life. What Quran says about hardships and trials and 214. Okay. There we go. 214 is the ayah of the Surah 2, where we can find this word that we selected from the index. We are just trying to get guidance from Quran on particular matters what we need to know. So this word trial came to our mind. We wanted to know what Quran says about this term. So here we are looking for it. 214, what it says. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول. So the word trial is, or do you think that ye shall enter the garden, the Jannah, without such trials? So, yeah, this is important that what we face in this world, the trials, the hardships, there is some hidden mercy from our Lord in it, that ultimately we will reach to the rewards. Okay, the trials are a way. There is a hikmah in it. It will end up in good things. That is in Quran. It says that you shall enter the garden without such trials, as came to those who passed away before you. They encountered suffering and adversity and were so shaken in spirit that even the messenger and those of faith whom were with him cried. So those trials were really hard. May Allah protect us. We are very weak. We don't claim anything in front of Allah. We ask for His mercy. And when will come the help of Allah? Ah, verily, the help of Allah is always near. So, both there is a hope in this ayah, as you can see, the translation, the trials, the hardship that we face, there is an hikmah in it, and ultimately we will be given this very place where we all want to be. So, anything, guys, if you tell me in chat if some particular term or thing or issues you want to know what Quran says about it, so we can look for in the index. There is an index here, alphabetically all the terms and this are placed here. We can simply search and see what Quran says about a particular matter. So let me know in the chat if there is something in your mind that you would like to get guidance from Quran about that matter. So we can search it in the index and I'll read it for all of us to understand that particular matter. So people listening, if there is something in their mind, they can ask. Very well written index, very detailed, easy to find. There is a surah number, there is ayat numbers. So which particular term you want to know and you get guidance from Quran, it's very easy. You just simply check it in the index and go to that particular to know what Quran says about it. So guys, let me know in the chat if there is something in particular that you know what Quran says about it. Loan. Okay, this loan. Okay, let's see what Quran says about loan in Surah 2, Ayah 245. So, Surah 2, Ayah 245. We go and see what Quran says about loan. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة والله يقبض ويبسط وإليه ترجعون. Who is he that will loan to Allah a beautiful loan which Allah will double unto his credit and multiply many times? It is Allah that gives you want or plenty, and to him shall be your return. Shall be your return. There is also an explanation about it, which says that spending in the cause of Allah is called metaphorically a beautiful loan. So this is a beautiful concept. It's His mercy that He has given us numerous opportunities to so that He can bless us, so that He can multiply not only the rewards in akhirah but also in dunya. He can multiply our risk. So this term loan, Allah is using this. How beautifully you can see it is excellence in many ways. It shows a beautiful spirit of self-denial. In other loans, there may be a doubt as to the safety of your capital. As we are seeing nowadays, no loan is safe. There is less chance of any return getting back. But here in Quran, or any return thereon, here you give to the Lord of all, in whose hands are the keys of want or plenty, the abundance. He has the keys to abundance, giving you. May you have manifold blessings and withholding. You may even lose what you have if we remember that our goal is Allah. Can we turn away from His cause? So, subhanallah, we just wanted to know what something is how something is explained in Quran. One way is, okay, you read daily the Quran and understand its meaning and what it says. But in particular times, you have something or some issue you want to know what Quran says about this very matter or this very particular topic. So this index has made it very easy for us to know for a certain thing what Quran says. Very easy to find. Go to that ayah and surah. So let me know in chat. I don't know if the chat is working or not. But if it is working, if you guys can send me a message, if you want to know certain things, what Quran says about it, we can go and jump and see that there. So I don't think so. The chat is working. because I'm not getting any request to see what Quran says about a particular term. I cannot know if it is welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the. Okay, there is. Previously, I got messages, but I'm not getting it. Anyway, so we will come again, and we'll see what people will request for what they want to know. This index is really helpful, and I enjoyed talking to you, all of you. It was very good to talk about, understanding the Quran and getting guidance from it. So thank you so much for you joining. May Allah reward our participation in it. All this time that we sat for this noble cause of understanding Quran, and what is mentioned there, what it says about it is really beneficial for us. Thank you so much for your participation. Do appreciate so that more people can join and know. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.